Hello humans, I'm Yoshiller and welcome back to some more Donkey Kong 1994! In the previous parts, I took on the first 4 levels of this world, and as I like to say, the first 4 levels of the game. I took on these previous levels. I can't really go back and show them unless I go back to the title screen, and I'm not going to do that right now. But in this part, I'm going to take on the next 4 levels, and I'm going to take on Donkey Kong at the top of that tower. So for now, let's get through the rest of this big city. Let's do it! Let's solve these puzzle platforming mechanics. Alright. So, in the previous part, I learned that I could take these little arrow platforms. You can see one right down there where the enemy in the bottom right is. I can take those little arrow platforms, and using those little arrow platforms, I can create horizontal platforms. It's a bit tricky to understand at first, but I assure you it's much easier than it seems. So if I take this, and I touch it, all I have to do is I can manually determine where this goes, and I can create platforms. So now I don't have to worry about falling on the spikes. Very simple. Now this will prove to be trickier later when there's vertical arrow platforms. Don't touch me. Thank you. Okay. And then with this, I want to be able to get that umbrella, right? So I can do that. There you go. Now I can only create a horizontal platform between 2 solid objects. So like I can't shoot this across the screen. This game knows where those things can and can't go. So there we go. Oh yeah, and it does wear off after an amount of time. So if you mess things up, don't worry. They will reset. Okay, so there you go. And I got all the collectibles again, so let's see if I can get some extra lives. Let's see. I'm hoping for 2, but it's probably going to be a 1 knowing my luck. It is 2! Awesome stuff. I will take all of the lives that I can get. Good stuff. Okay, so now we take on the second level. And again, there's timestamps in the description in case you guys need them. I didn't mention that at the beginning, but there are timestamps in the description in case you need help with a specific level. So, okay, here we go. Here we learn the mechanic of vertical platforms. These will serve as ladders, so I can stick this wherever I want. I'm going to put it there, though that enemy kind of got in the way. That's okay. This will reset. I died. Alright, yeah. I don't know if it was the enemy that got in the way or the collectible. I need to double check that real quickly, so let me just do this as quickly as possible. Now, when I do get these things, time does pause. Alright, so what I should do is I'll put it there. I think it actually was the collectible that was stopping it. So now that I know that information, I can just jump and get this. I can jump over you. Oh, nope, that was too slow. That was too slow. Let me try that again. Alright, so like let me put this at the edge, okay? So that way I can have an optimal amount of time to get away from this enemy. We good? We're good. Here's that extra life. Awesome, and now I just gotta get down here. So I'll put this on this side, just so I can get away from that enemy. I can jump off this like midway through and roll for a little bit. Okay, so now I gotta deal with both of these, right? Yes, I do. So, what I need to do is I need to create this. And then I need to create, well, that. Alright, so yeah, the ladder and the little girder will overlap with each other, so you gotta plan that accordingly. Oh! No! I couldn't get up quickly enough. That's okay. I am okay. I am enthusiastic. I am willing to play this game. This game is a lot of fun. I've beaten it before. I know it's a quite enjoyable experience. I just have to do this again, and that's a bit of an inconvenience, so I apologize. Alright, so... kind of in my way, buddy. Okay, so it was the little collectible thing that was blocking it last time. It was not the enemy. Enemies do not get in the way. Well, that is nice to know. I will climb this now. Got it! Just in time. Just in time for everything. Cool. Alright, so that enemy's going to climb up here in a second. I will jump off! Okay, almost died from fall damage. That could have been bad. Okay, so let's try this one more time. Alright, so I'm going to go for those. I'm going to go for this. Okay, so like... I'll just put that there. It is going to wear off, so... I mean, for now... Let me just get all this. Let me head on down. And I'm just going to wait for it to wear off, and then I'll do it all again. Oh. Okay, I'll take that. Cool. So now, let's do it again. Okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna attempt to hurry with this. Oops, nope. Climb before that enemy gets back here. And thankfully, the key for this level is, well, right at the end. So there we go. This level is over. With that, I can move on to the next set of levels for the big city, and then I'll get a bunch of points. Good stuff. Alright, oh, this is a different type of minigame. This one I have to manually stop. This one is a slot machine. So this game is all about gambling, back when gambling in video games was okay. So of course I have to line up 3 in a row. I did not do that. I did get 1 up, so that's good. Okay, stage 1-7. I have 20 lives. I think I am good to go. Okay, so here we go. So these levels may look complex, but don't worry, they are simple. Now again, I had one of the previous levels had these. If you jump on this and you hold down the up button, you'll spin on these, and then you can jump up and grab it. If you hold up again, you'll land back down safe and sound. Okay, if I climb up this ladder, I can go ahead and get this arrow thing right here. This will be more significant later, but I am going to try and get that little collectible right there. Again, these collectibles are not necessary for game completion, but I am just going to get them because they are handy. Alright, so here we go. What that vertical arrow was really supposed to be used for, as I'm realizing now, is I'm supposed to do this. Alright, I'm supposed to set this under here, give myself a way to get down there, and then just make my way down. Okay, so I can get this. Oh, well, I missed. You're not really supposed to miss. You're supposed to land on that, but whatever. Alright, I'll try it again. No stress, no rush. It is good. Everything is fine. Okay, cool. Let's try this again. Alright, so if I spin on these. Oh, I can also angle that. Let's do some speedrunning tactics here. There you go. You know, if you could just move, that'd be great. Okay, I'll get this while I'm at it. Oh, come on! So I rolled slightly and I touched the back of the enemy and that killed me. Alright, again, no stress, no stress. I am perfectly fine right now. Everything is fine. Alright, I apologize for the sloppy gameplay. I'm doing my best. You have to understand these things. Alright, let's get these speedrunning tactics in here, right? So let's get that. Alright, I can always get the purse last. I don't have to get it immediately. I mean, I guess I could have gone for it there, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Not really trying to be a speedrunner. Okay. Alright, cool. Now this... Oh, this is so I can create a path across, right? I mean, there's multiple ways I can go about doing this. But I can do that. That's an option. Okay. And then... Oh, and then that enemy's gonna go across. That's okay. He'll fall eventually. And then with that, I can finally complete the level. So, okay. Now, that's done. I can go on to the boss fight. So there's not really a specific way to complete each of these levels. There's an ideal way, I guess, but there's not really a specific way. You just do as you please. I'm just pushing the A button. I got nothing. Alright, that's why you don't just push the A button. That's why you time these things. I would not be good at a slot machine in Las Vegas. Let me tell you that right now. Alright, now here's a more traditional boss fight where barrels are involved. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to pick up these barrels using the B button. You're supposed to climb your way up and attack Donkey Kong with them. However, if you're holding a barrel and you get hit with a barrel, then that's bad news. Also, the barrels can kill you in one hit. So you gotta be very, very careful. Donkey Kong can throw these barrels all over the place. But all you have to do is pick it up, throw it back at him, and that counts as a hit. You do this 3 times, and you are good to go. Alright, so I'm just gonna make sure that gets out of the way. There you go, that's hit number 2. And of course, if you get too close to Pauline, Donkey Kong will actually just like attack you, so it's not really advised that you do that. Oh, whoa. And see, there you go, I have died. I have died, that's okay. That's why this game gives you a ton of extra lives. It knows that it's not like a difficult game, it's just really easy to mess up, you know? There are games like that. That's just how things are. Just how life is. Okay. There you go. Boom, there's hit number 1. So yeah, Donkey Kong sort of moves on this little pattern where he'll start with the left. Oops, I was too low for that one. I should have known better. Donkey Kong kind of does like this little strategy where he'll start with the left, and then he'll do the middle, and then he'll do the right. Sometimes he goes to the middle like at other occasions, but I can just do stuff like that and hit him real quickly. If I really just want to speed up this boss fight, I can just... I'm messing everything up. You can somewhat angle the arc of these barrels when you throw them. It comes in handy. There you go. That's hit number 3. So now he has been defeated, and this boss fight is over. Simple as that. So now he's gonna... Of course, he's not going to give up that easily, so he's going to take Pauline. He's going to run off. We're going to get another cutscene that will explain another mechanic of the game to me. And there's no extra bonus game after this because this is a boss fight. So there you go. So what's the next mechanic of this game? Well, the next mechanic of this game is gonna explain switches and levers. This will allow certain platforms to come into play when switches are pressed, and then when you push another switch, the platform will go away. So, I have to activate and deactivate certain switches within this game in order to complete the rest of the levels. But of course, these will only come into play in the following levels, and then I'll showcase the following levels in the next part. So, okay. There you go. That's the big city. All of those are over. Yes, I would like to save. Now I can move on to the next world. So the big city is done. The game's gonna flicker. Remain calm. The screen is working perfectly fine. Alright, so the next part of the game is the forest. So this will probably take me a couple parts to complete. That's okay. It's a fun game. I enjoy it. So for now, that wraps up this part of Donkey Kong 1994. And I'd like to thank you all for watching. See you all next time. Next time when I take on the first few levels of the second world, the forest. Bye-bye, humans.